It's Vanessa coming at you live with a new series. I wanted to talk and do a little bit of confessions and reflections of a boy mom. So for those of you that don't know me, I have 3 boys. I have a teenager, he's 16, and then I have an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old. And boy, do those boys keep me busy. And, you know, regardless, I love my boys with all my heart. I would jump in front of a bullet for them. But just want to get one thing straight. For those of you that don't know what it's like to live in a household full of boys, confession time. Boys are, and I want to put this gently, but boys are a little gross sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's really gentle.
And I don't understand, and they're in the background screaming, "Hey, what are you talking about?" But yeah,
really
I just don't understand them sometimes. And I just don't understand. You know, and I'm not talking about being gross like dragging in mud after they're playing outside and gotta wipe the floor gross, but talking more like, you know, bodily function kind of gross. Now, I can say that at least the 16-year-old has outgrown some of these gross type things, but yeah, no, not all of them. So I live in the land of what I call boy mom mess. So, boy mom mess, what exactly does that mean? Besides the fact that there's always Legos that I'm stepping on and there's clothes all over the place, because if you don't know, as soon as boys come home, they strip. They strip down to their underwear and run around in said underwear like it's not a big deal. And I always laugh because I'll tell them somebody's coming over, you got to put on clothes, and they'll put on maybe a shirt and still stay in their underwear. So much so that a friend of mine dubbed them the underwear gang. And I'm talking about my 2 youngest ones. And again, I'm listening to them in the background and they're just here cracking up and doing God knows what over by the chair over there. But when I had said gross, and I meant bodily function gross, I'm thinking, you know, the bathroom. Like, why they have no aim whatsoever. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the toilet is a pretty big space, right? It shouldn't be hard to aim, right? Point, aim, go. But you know what? My boys don't know how to do that. And it's also a big show and tell when it comes time, you know, for the fun number 2. Like, hey, look what I did. Let's compare. Again, show and tell time. Another funny thing, I mean, they've outgrown this, but when they were younger, they would pee outside in the bushes. And for those of you that are like, no, my boys would never do that, I'm telling you, if you have toddlers running around outside on a hot summer day, moms, pay attention because they are going in those bushes. And another thing, sorry, they just distracted me a little bit there. And another thing that I also don't understand is why is it that every single time before they're going to take a shower, they take that as the moment to decide, okay, you know what? I'm going to strip, run around naked, and, you know, just have everything kind of, you know, hanging out. And I have to chase them into that bathroom and remind them that it's time to take a shower. I love the ever elusive, you know, nose picking. Like, nose picking is just the thing to do. It's not a big deal, right? And farting all the time, or burping, or hey, guess what? I didn't put deodorant on today, so here, smell my armpits. Or, hey, guess what? I didn't brush my teeth today. Come, smell my breath. Yeah, all those things I tend to overhear time and time again, and I just shake my head and I just can't understand why. But I will tell you this. I will take all of that any day because I truly am a boy mom. Boys are the absolute best. I can count on these kids to do anything that I need them to do. Sure, they're not perfect. Sure, you know, fighting, pick up this, do that, do your homework, you know, stuff like that. But I can always count on them. And I know when I'm old and gray, they'll be the ones that will be taking care of me. So, thanks for joining me. And I will say one more confession before I leave. I will take care of them until they no longer need me, which I secretly hope is never. Thanks for watching, guys.